Don't need to.
No?
Don't want to.
No, absolutely. Okay. You're actually in a restricted area.
Right.
Okay. This is authorised police personnel only to the rear of Kidderminster car park.
Right.
Okay. We are actually now just getting signage up due to previous incidents that have happened here.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to come and have a conversation with me around the front.
Around the front.
Where
Why?
there is around the front of the police station.
There's an implied right of access here.
Say again.
There's an implied right of access here. This becomes a public.
I've removed that implication.
You've revoked it, have you?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Okay. Therefore, as a member of the command team, I'm asking you to come around to the front where any reasonable member of the public would expect access. Okay. People don't just wander around operational car parks of police stations. So if you want to come around the front, I'll have a chat with you around there then.
Footage credit goes to Kohlberg's link in the description. Check them out. This one's full of tension, attitude, and pure accountability energy. You'll see exactly why knowing your rights makes all the difference. Let's jump straight in.
At the moment,
Just filming. Just around the precinct. There's your body worn on.
Yeah, my body was on as well.
Okay, were you gonna?
Just to advise you,
Yeah.
obviously the rear of the police station here is actually private. There's obviously personal vehicles on the back here. We've obviously got police vehicles. No issues you filming the police vehicles. Obviously, if you just avoid filming people's personal vehicles, please. All right.
Are they exempt from being filmed?
Say again.
Are they exempt from being filmed?
Because it's a private car park at the back of the police station.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There's an implied right of access.
There's a sign just around the side there that it explains it's obviously only parking for police.
Okay. Did I ask you to identify?
Say again.
Could you identify yourself?
Yeah, well, my badge number is just there, PC2642. Like I said, I've got absolutely no issues, but like I said,
Thank you.
with these vehicles here, obviously they are personal vehicles, so this is obviously a private car park around the back of the police station. So I've got no issues with yourself if you obviously want to come and have a look at these vehicles. They're police vehicles. We're obviously around the front of the police station. That's all a sort of public area. Obviously around the back here is a private car park.
Do you want us to show you the signs, Redder, where it tells you about it's private round here?
Okay, but I can still be here.
Okay.
There's an implied right of access. I've just walked in. I haven't jumped any fences to get here.
No, but it does say that it's just for police.
Okay.
Police
Well, there's an
personnel.
implied right of access for me to be here.
Okay.
Can you identify yourself?
Yeah, collar number there.
So what is it? What if I can't read?
21177.
And your name?
PC Greswell.
Based at.
This station, Kidderminster.
Okay. And anything else I can help? Is your body worn on?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You need to let members of the public know.
It's there. It's clear. It's quite obvious. It's flashing red.
Yeah, I might
I
know
don't-
that, but others might
I don't
not.
need to let.
No, you do. It's in your policy. At a time which is practical, you need to let members of the public know.
Perfect.
So what, am I not allowed to film public, private registrations?
We're just asking you not to film private vehicles.
Is
As you can imagine, okay. Obviously, a lot of people don't like police, and obviously police.
Why would
police
people not like police?
Police vehicles do get targeted, personal vehicles.
Do they?
Okay, and obviously being
The auditor is calm, camera rolling, just filming. The officer steps in, body-worn camera flashing, and immediately draws a line. This rear yard is private, full of personal vehicles, and he doesn't want them filmed. But the auditor isn't just some random with a camera. He knows the language. He fires back with implied right of access and demands identification. Notice the contrast. The officer is trying to sound reasonable, offering the front of the station as the public area, while the auditor pushes the boundary of what public really means. Even the body-worn issue comes up. The auditor reminds the officer that the public should be told when they're being filmed. It's polite on the surface, but underneath, you can feel the tension building. This isn't just chit-chat. This is the opening move in a bigger legal and moral chess match.
this being a private car park, we're asking obviously not to film private vehicles. We've got no issues with you filming police vehicles.
Okay, thank you for
So
the guidance.
All these vehicles along here, no issue filming that. Obviously, going back there where the private vehicles are in the private car park.
Is that like a recommendation, or is that like?
I think this is a working police station.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a lot of vulnerable people that come to the police station.
Okay.
They could be victims of rape, domestic violence.
What's that got to do with the plates?
Well, you're filming the people that might come to the police station and not want to be identified
but
as approaching the police.
They're not exempt from being filmed.
No, they're not. But you're potentially putting those at risk of further harm if someone else was to pick up on the videos that you quite openly post on YouTube.
So how would you know that?
If they was to pick up on that, maybe an abusive partner was to pick up that person had been to the police station, and that's why it's not really appropriate.
What's this got to do with YouTube?
There's nothing in law that says you can't film at the police station.
And that should be that.
But it's not really appropriate for that reason. You could be putting people at risk that want to come and tell us information about that they're being abused for some reason.
Are they going to enter through here, the rear entrance?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
If that's what they want to do because they're concerned about their identity being exposed,
then it's their responsibility to preserve their identity.
Yeah, and they
maybe wearing a face mask or something, as you've done.
Being in this private area around the back of the police station, they would expect it to be reasonable for them to expect that this would be a private place where.
Then you should put like a gate up or something so members of the public can't just wander in.
I believe signage is being put up at the moment.
It is being put up at the moment,
Yeah.
is it?
And there are some signs there that says it's for police personnel.
As you first come in on the right hand side, there's a big blue sign now.
Okay. So how do we proceed?
Completely up to yourself.
Okay. You aware of what this is?
Aware of
Like what I'm here to do?
I presume
Auditing Britain.
you're filming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened there?
We're here.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What happened?
I think he was arrested.
He was arrested. Why?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the video myself.
You haven't seen it.
The officers change tactics. Rather than arguing law, they play the safeguarding card. They say filming in this area risks exposing victims of rape, domestic violence, and other vulnerable people who might be coming to the station. And then they go for the pressure point. They link it to the auditor's content online, videos you post on YouTube. But the auditor doesn't fold. He slices straight through their emotional framing with cold logic. There is no law stopping filming here. And if someone is worried about being seen, they can take steps to protect their identity. A mask, a different entrance, anything. He keeps pulling the conversation back to rights and responsibility, while they keep dragging it back to risk and feelings. This section is powerful because you see two completely different realities clashing. One based on legal rights in public, the other based on perceived danger and optics. Neither side gives an inch, and you can feel that this isn't going to end in a simple, "Have a nice day."
He was arrested for doing what?
I don't know. I haven't seen the video.
You know that he was arrested.
Sorry?
You know that he was arrested.
Yeah, of course.
Why was he arrested?
I don't know.
Don't know.
No. Why was you arrested?
Why was he arrested? I don't know either. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
I think he was just filming or something. So,
Right.
This place has become a place of interest
Right.
because of that incident.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you with?
Like I said, as long as you don't go near the rear
Yeah,
car
listen,
park.
I can film any car in any.
If it's a
car
private-
park.
if it's a private
No, I can
car
film
park-
it, mate,
If,
like-
if it's a private car park, you can't enter that car park.
I can. I have.
Okay, because if it's a private car park, it's trespassing, isn't it?
Okay, it's a civil matter. I'm not trying to wind you up. I'm just letting you know that I can film any registration.
Like I say, I've got no issues you filming any of the police vehicles,
Yeah.
but I'd ask you obviously not to film personal vehicles.
What could I possibly obtain out of someone's registration?
So, for example, if obviously someone was to watch your video,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and they were then to find out that obviously they had a disliking to a certain police officer, and they found out that police officer drove that vehicle, that police officer could then be targeted.
Okay, well maybe you need to consider taking the bus to work or other means of public transport if these vehicle indexes are so sensitive.
Yeah,
To the point where-
I understand what you say.
Yeah.
But that's all well and good, but obviously
We work shifts.
No, I appreciate
We
that.
can't come and go to work on a bus at midnight to 1 o'clock.
Good, are you
in the morning.
asking me?
Yeah.
What's that? That's super. What's that?
No, I'm an
Inspector, is it?
It's Chief Inspector.
Hello, mate. How are you? All right?
Yeah, very well, thanks.
Good.
Would you
Right.
mind identifying yourself?
If you wait, I was just about to do that.
Thanks.
Okay.
Ian Gibbs, is it?
Close, Brian Gibbs.
He explains that someone was arrested here just for filming, and that's why this place has turned into a hot spot for public scrutiny. The officers admit they know about the arrest. But suddenly nobody seems to know why it happened. They haven't seen the video. They don't know what he was arrested for. That convenient amnesia only adds to the suspicion. At the same time, the auditor calmly lays out the law. He can film any registration plate. Trespass in a car park is civil, not criminal. The police worry officers could be targeted if viewers connect plates to individual cops, but the auditor fires back with a brutal line. If vehicle indexes are that sensitive, maybe officers should consider other ways of getting to work. In this segment, the encounter stops being just about this moment. It becomes part of a wider pattern. Past arrests, public outrage, and a station that suddenly finds itself under a microscope. The stakes just went up.
Hello, Brian.
Okay. I'm the Chief Inspector and a member of the command team here at Kidderminster.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask your name?
No,
Okay. Any particular reason why you weren't giving me your name?
don't need to.
No?
Don't want to.
No, absolutely. Okay. You're actually in a restricted area.
Right.
Okay. This is authorised police personnel only to the rear of Kidderminster car park.
Right.
Okay. We are actually now just getting signage up due to previous incidents that have happened here.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to come and have a conversation with me around the front.
Around the
Where
front.
there
Why?
is round the front of the police station.
There's an implied right of access here.
Say again.
There's an implied right of access here. This becomes a public.
I've removed that implication.
You've revoked it, have you?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Okay. Therefore, as a member of the command team, I'm asking you to come around to the front where any reasonable member of the public would expect access. Okay. People don't just wander around operational car parks of police stations.
I know,
So if
but-
you want to come around the front, I'll have a chat with you around there then.
And if I don't?
Say again.
And if I don't?
I have removed that right of access for you to come around here.
Okay.
Okay. You are disrupting police activity.
No, I'm certainly not.
You've got 4 police officers
Yeah,
here.
at your own discretion, you're choosing to engage with me. I'm not doing anything here that's
I've got members of the public. I've got prisoners coming into custody.
Okay.
Okay. I've got to look after their protection.
Okay.
I've got to look after their identification. Okay. I need to look after their welfare. Okay. We've got police vehicles around here. We've got police activity going on in the backyards here. I can't allow you to remain here whilst that police activity goes on. Okay. So the fact I'm here talking to you means you're disrupting other stuff that I could be getting on with.
No, I'm not disrupting
Okay.
anything.
So I'm going to ask you if you can come and have a walk round to the front, and I will have a really decent conversation with you around the front so I can let my colleagues get on with other policing activity. Okay,
And if I don't?
I'm being reasonable with you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, come on then. Let's go and have a chat around the front then.
Okay, so to avoid a situation where, was it Chief Inspector?
Chief Inspector, yes.
So to avoid a situation where the Chief Inspector would be forced to, put hands on me or otherwise eject me from the
Just want to
premises.
be very clear.
Yeah.
At no point have I said
He steps in with authority and a calm but uncompromising tone. This yard is a restricted area for authorized police personnel only. He announces that they are now putting up signage because of previous incidents, a quiet nod to the very controversy that brought the auditor here. Then comes the key move. He formally revokes the implied right of access and tells the auditor to move to the front. The language he uses is deliberate. You are disrupting police activity. I've got members of the public, prisoners, and police vehicles to protect. He reframes the filming not as a lawful exercise of rights, but as a threat to operational security and welfare. The auditor pushes back, insisting he's not disrupting anything. The officers chose to engage, not him. But at this point, the power dynamic is clear. This is no longer a friendly chat with a constable. This is a command decision from the top. The clash has officially moved from street-level interaction to command-level control.
I know.
put hands on you. At no point have I said I will eject you. What I've said is implied right of access, civil implied right of access applies to police.
And it can be revoked upon at your discretion if you ask me to leave. I know that.
It can, okay? So
on that basis, I'm complying.
no, and I'm absolutely grateful for that. So what I just need to do is I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you, okay? And I know you're going to say about signage. Signage is going up to stop this happening.
Of course.
Because unfortunately, over the last week or so, this has happened far too frequently.
People have been turning up here videoing, have they?
Yeah, they have.
Do you know why that is?
Say again?
Do you know why this place has become a centre of public interest?
I know of certain videos that have gone on to various social media platforms.
Any comment you'd wish to pass
I'm not making
regarding
any comment.
those?
I'm not making any comment. You've obviously seen press releases that have gone out from West Mercia Police.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Hence my presence today.
No, absolutely. And I would willingly invite you, please, by all means. You can film any activity around here. I can't stop you. You know that. You know the legislation.
Of course.
But what I just need to be really mindful of is I need my officers to be getting on with their work.
Okay, of course.
Okay.
But again, I haven't forced them. I haven't. I'm not obstructing anyone doing their work. I understand that. Then it could be aggravated trespass if I'm obstructing someone from doing their carrying out their responsibility.
Obstructing or disrupting.
But I'm not doing either of those because you lot have engaged me.
I know. But the fact you're in the backyard
yes,
means that the officers have felt they have to engage with you because it is an area to which they conduct their business. Okay, you've got to be really mindful. There will be other members of the public around there who have, there could be victims around there, there could be witnesses around there, could be other people involved in policing activity who potentially would like to keep their identity away and off of social media
that's not my responsibility though. That's their own responsibility. They don't have a right to privacy if they're in public.
And it's my responsibility, hence why I've asked you to come around the front. Okay, I need to look after.
As they walk towards the front, the auditor narrates exactly what's happening. Once implied access is revoked, staying put gives the police grounds to physically remove him. He knows that if it comes to hands-on, he will be painted as the aggressor, and he's not about to hand them that narrative. Meanwhile, the chief inspector explains that this isn't an isolated incident. People have been turning up filming repeatedly, videos have gone on social media, press releases have been issued. He acknowledges he can't stop filming where public access exists, but insists the yard is operational, not public, and that officers felt compelled to engage because of the location. He returns to the theme of victims and witnesses, arguing they might be around the back and deserve protection. The auditor holds firm. Privacy in public doesn't exist in law, and it isn't his job to manage how other people appear on camera. This section is crucial. It shows a rare moment where both sides understand exactly where the legal line is. And you see the auditor choose strategy over ego, stepping out to the front, but not conceding the principle.
After that right for them around the back of the police
obviously,
station.
I'm here to do, a quote-unquote kind of civil rights activity or otherwise. So if I just immediately concede to your demands, then obviously I'm going to get criticised as well. You can understand that, right? I'm not here just to...
Completely.
Yeah.
And as I say, I fully advocate, by all means, everywhere that you have got an implied right of access, by all means, please do so. Okay?
But I'm aware of the legislation. If you
can't
revoke
stop
that,
you.
then I do need to leave.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I
you
can't
can
stop
lawfully
you around
eject me.
here. Okay. And I would invite you to do that. And equally, if there's anything that I can invite you to do, if you want to come and have a conversation with me, if there's anything on the wider policing spectrum you wish to discuss with me, off of camera, off of Facebook, off of the social media platforms.
Why are you so worried about it being broadcasted and publicised? We can have an honest, transparent conversation. I've given you the
I want
courtesy
to have an
of coming.
honest, normal conversation, reasonable conversation, without being spread over social media.
Well, irrespective of what, up until this point, our dialogue is still going to be put on social media. So I don't see why any further dialogue cannot also...
No, and I'm happy with that.
Because that just raises suspicion. The public are going to think, oh, well, is this chief inspector hiding something? Is there something to hide?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But what I'm saying to you is I'm happy to have an adult conversation with you up in my office or anywhere without being filmed, like normal people do, like you and I can very reasonably do. I'm happy to have those conversations.
I haven't come here to have conversations off camera. I've come here with a specific purpose to film, so it's all captured on camera and then broadcasted.
Okay, I'm happy for you to look into our police vehicles. Please do so. Okay, I'm happy to bring a vehicle round here so you can have a look in. By all means, please do so. All I am going to...
The auditor explains a harsh reality. If he just rolled over instantly and did everything he was told, his own audience would accuse him of folding. He's not there only for himself. He's there as a representative of public scrutiny, and the chief inspector knows it. The inspector, however, tries another angle. He says he fully recognizes implied right of access in general, but in this instance he's revoking it, and invites the auditor to come inside for a private, off-camera chat. No Facebook, no social media, no public record. Just a normal conversation, like normal people do. That's the moment the alarm bells ring. The auditor challenges the need for secrecy. If this is all honest and above board, why the fear of being recorded? The push for an off-camera conversation doesn't look like transparency, it looks like damage control. This part doesn't have raised voices or dramatic gestures, but the tension is psychological. It's about who controls the narrative, the state, behind closed doors, or the public, watching it unfold unedited.
Ask you, please.
Yes.
Okay, the signage will be going up.
Okay.
Please do not go past the authorised personnel signage. Okay.
Okay, my access has been revoked now, so
Yeah.
I won't go back on there
And
anyway.
I'm really pleased with that. Okay? Are you happy with that?
I mean, listen, it is what it is. I would ask you to pass comment on the incidents surrounding
And that, and you've already asked me to pass comment. I'm not going to pass comment.
On camera.
What has been said has been said. West Mercia have provided a reply to that.
Yeah.
I'm very well aware that's on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I think what has been said is enough.
You think?
I do.
You don't want to further consolidate what's been said? Gather further trust from the public that this police station is kind of operating within boundaries of the law, because obviously what people have seen they're not very happy with. So, any further sort of comment to consolidate that West Mercia are kind of taking the required steps to make sure that incident isn't
I think
repeated.
the comments that have been made are appropriate, and they have been appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as your viewers on social media will see,
Mm-hmm.
I think me coming out talking to you, it's been very amicable. You've complied. I've been reasonable, unless you're going to tell me otherwise.
I mean, no, I won't say that.
And I think it's all been very amicable.
It's just a little bit suspicious that you're happy to have a conversation inside the office or otherwise without the presence of the camera, but on camera you're not willing to pass comment.
And you've said no to that, so I can't make you have a conversation with me. Okay? I've got to get back to my work, but thank you ever so much for the opportunity to chat with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I dare say we'll probably talk again soon.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you, Brian.
No worries. Thanks very much.
Goodbye.
The chief inspector softens his tone, saying the auditor can film police vehicles, even offering to bring one round. But the condition is clear. Once the authorized personnel only signs are up, that yard is off limits. The auditor confirms his access has been revoked and he won't go back there. Then comes the heart of the issue, the AB incident. The auditor gives the inspector one more chance to speak directly to the public, to reassure them that West Mercia Police is taking things seriously. The inspector refuses to go beyond the official statement, saying what's been said is enough. He frames the encounter as amicable and reasonable, proud that it hasn't escalated. But that refusal to comment further, especially with the history at this station, leaves a heavy question hanging in the air. If there's nothing to hide, why not address it openly? The conversation ends not with resolution, but with a polite goodbye and a lingering sense that something is still being kept out of the light.
All right, guys, that's Kidderminster Police Station. Obviously, we're going to get comments saying, oh, you gave in too easy, you shouldn't have left, but remember, if they're clued up on the legislation and they revoke your civil access, you do have to leave. Otherwise, they're going to put hands on you. So, if I stood there and forced them into a situation where they'd have to physically eject me, then I would look like the antagonist. So that was the comments from the chief inspector regarding AB's little encounter that he had here when he was arrested. So yeah, AB, this one's for you, man. Obviously, in light of what happened to you, sorry, dude, that had to happen to you. Sorry, I couldn't have stood around there for a bit longer, but Listen, it is what it is. That was Kidderminster Police Station. Yeah, definitely still some stuff going on in here that they don't want the public being made aware of. So that's going to conclude that. Kidderminster, West Mercia Police. Again, there's a statement up. The superintendent released a statement regarding the AB incident. I don't know how far that video in itself would go in terms of kind of restoring the faith of the public in West Mercia Police. But again, ask the chief inspector if he'd like to pass any comments. He refused. Instead, he wanted to have a chat off camera. Listen, I haven't come here to have chats with feds off camera. So yeah, I don't know. Is that a bit suspicious? Let me know. Anyway, that's going to be that. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow my Instagram, Burks_2H. Join the Discord chat. Everything will be pinned in the comments. Follow my editor's YouTube channel, Richard Cousins Media. And yeah, peace. So they're putting up the signage right now. This is the makeshift signage, is it?
It is, yeah.
All right, peace.
He explains exactly why he chose to leave. Once implied access is revoked, staying would have given the police a lawful excuse to lay hands on him, and he refuses to become the villain in their story. He directly addresses AB, dedicating the visit to him and acknowledging the injustice of that earlier arrest. Then he goes further. He suggests there is definitely some stuff going on in here that they don't want the public knowing about. The superintendent's statement, the refusal to comment, the sudden rush to throw up signage. It all builds a picture of a force more concerned with controlling optics than embracing transparency. He calls out the chief inspector's insistence on an off-camera chat as suspicious and invites viewers to judge for themselves. Is this a police station confident in its conduct, or one trying to quietly patch up a PR disaster? The video closes with a classic YouTube outro, like comment, share, subscribe, but the last shot is telling, the signage being put up in real time. A visual reminder that this visit, and the ones before it, have already changed how this station operates. The system is adapting, not necessarily to protect the public, but to protect itself.